you?
I'm also good. Can you tell me something about yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Ashutosh Trivedi, and I'm speaking to you from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. About my education, I'm pursuing a master's degree in English literature. Apart from this, I run a YouTube channel based on spoken English conversations. And professionally, I train a student, so I'm a spoken English trainer by profession. That's all about me. Thank you.
Okay, that's very good to hear. Let me introduce myself. My name is Pallavi Dhingra, and I'm an English trainer by profession. And I have been teaching online from last 10 years, and I teach full time online. And I really feel happiness when somebody improves through my teaching. And I'm from Delhi. This is all about me.
Oh, that's great to hear about you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so really good to hear that you're doing your studies as well. Along with it, you are like doing other things professionally also and running your YouTube channel. It's really commendable.
Oh, thank you.
So, for how long you have been teaching?
Yeah, it's been around 3 years. I started my journey on YouTube around 2021. At the same point of time, I started helping my students to speak English. So it's been 3 years.
Okay, so who are all your students?
Yes, mostly they are IT professionals. Some of them are into very good or just well profession, I would say, and some of them are how like this homemakers. Everybody like there is no certain age group. Most of the people I train they are older than me, so they are well established and again good profession. I like training them because I get something from them that is the maturity, and I get the learnings about life that how to handle and how to manage life. So all of them are my students. Most of them are looking for promotions or well communicator, and something like for some of them are looking for good jobs. That's how it is.
Okay, that's really good. Okay, so let's talk something about your students, those who are into IT, because I also have been into this. People, they get stuck just because of their communication skills. So, what all suggestions do you give to those people, those who are at middle management level and wondering to move ahead, just and they're stuck just because of their communication skills, presentation skills, English, and all these stuff? So, what suggestions you?
Exactly. For the suggestions for everybody is just listen to English content as much as you can, because so you can get the better sound of the language. Because as we are living in the surrounding of our own native language, where we listen to Hindi, Bengali, Marathi, Kannada, all these languages. So we are not aware of the correct sound of this English language. And sometimes we listen from the people of our states and they have that strong MTI, mother tongue influence. So for that, we are not able to get the right pronunciation. So it's better to listen to native speakers or good international people who are on just speaking on international forum. So that's how it is. And then try to observe people as well about their facial expressions, that how to express yourself, how they are expressing, how they are articulating their thoughts. And then coming to the practice part, which is more important, that you have to speak with the people simultaneously. You have to find some partners. You can make your AI as a partner, you can talk to it, but what I feel one thing is missing with AI, that is feeling and emotions. So it's better to have real partners with whom you can practice English and you can make friends. So these all are things which are really important for everybody. It does not matter you come from IT or mechanical or whatever your background is. So you can focus on this and you can become better, because practice, I feel the most important thing is there. Because nowadays what I feel in our generation, we know grammar, we studied grammar, so basically I consider people they are already aware of the basic grammar, but the most important thing they are missing, that they are not speaking to anybody.
Yes, you are right. But most of the people they say we do not know grammar. I tell you, like yesterday only it happened with me. There is a person, he is from South India, and he says, Mom, I stuck with grammar, tenses, prepositions, they are not good enough. We want to work somewhere into merchandise. So he said, I will be getting promotion, so I want to prepare. So some people they have this notion that grammar is necessary. What do you think?
Yeah, of course, grammar is what I said. I consider I get most of my audience, they are already good. They know basic grammar, but I want to help them with their confidence and spoken English specifically. So that's what I call myself a spoken English trainer, not grammar trainer. So I do not help people with the grammar a lot because that's the theoretical subject, what I think. And for them, they need a different teacher who can teach them all those things. So grammar is very important for all the languages, but we can learn language practically as well. How we learned Hindi growing up without reading grammar books. Even though if I'll ask you right now, you are from Delhi and you are a Hindi speaker, do you know Hindi grammar well? Everything?
No.
No, then how can you speak Hindi? Right? So it's
Yeah.
all about knowing practically and listening to it. So grammar is important, but I think there is another method as well. When you listen and when you read that language content, you become better automatically because by reading that content, it goes to your subconscious mind and you get the right sentence structures. But if you feel in some of the areas you are like weak, then specifically you can work for one or two topics. Like prepositions is very advanced thing. A lot of intermediate speakers also they make mistakes, most of them, because preposition is something which is you are going to get after a long time of practice. If I'll tell you you are going to do a lesson on preposition, but you are not going to execute all those things when you are speaking English. Okay, so learning grammar is a different thing. I have seen a lot of offline institutes where they teach only grammar, but students are not able to introduce themselves. So what is the meaning of learning a grammar perfectly if you're not able to execute all those things? So execution matters more than knowledge of everything in grammar. So if you're looking for the perfection in grammar, I don't really think so that day will come and you will be perfect. So it's better to do practice along with it. It's okay to make mistakes because we are not native speakers. We do not have environment, but we learn from our mistakes. Better to focus on your mistakes, then go for the grammar and just then study that topic. If you feel that you are getting stuck with the one same topic, maybe past indefinite, past perfect, or something, whatever it is. So that's how it is. Grammar is always important, but I'm considering this is India. So nowadays, the students of my generation, they get grammar and they get English, I think, before than Hindi as well. Nowadays, when you go to school, you learn before, like an A for apple, before than learning just R for an R, tota. So that's how it is. So they are aware of all those things, but actually they are not able to execute, and it's there in their head. They feel they are weak in grammar. That's why they are not able to speak English. It's their mindset only, which is telling them that when you will be expert in grammar, then only you will be able to speak English. I have
Right.
seen many experts of grammar and they are not able to speak English till now.
Yes, you are right. Most of the things are also in our head. Mindset shift is very important when you are like learning English. This is very powerful
And many
points.
people have this mindset about the vocabulary. They think, of course, you know general vocabulary, first start speaking basic sentences, then go for advanced one. But most of the time they think, I do not know, sir, I do not know vocabulary, sir, I don't have words. How can I speak English? Because this is their mind which is troubling and tricking them and telling them this is an excuse because you do not have sufficient words, so you cannot speak English.
Yeah, you are right. So when you are teaching your classes, do you follow any approach or something, or how does it work?
It works totally practically. I try to boost their confidence. I first give them very basic topics. There is no need of advanced vocabulary, advanced sentences structure or anything. Only they have to answer like, do you like watching TV? They will say, yes, I watch TV every day for 2 hours. So very simple topics I start with. I try to check their level. Then I start asking them the questions based on their favorite topics, which are very easy to answer. Then they are able to develop their confidence. Then I go forward and go little bit further with the long topics and detailed answers. And whatever the mistakes they do, I try to correct them. And if I find some specific tension, I told them to work on it. So because I cannot teach grammar specifically, to be honest, because I am not from English background. I did my the BCom honors accounting, then I came into English.
Okay, so why, like, is there any specific reason that you from BCom honors to English that you comes up?
It's my passion. I liked it. I started working on my spoken English in COVID-19, and I felt it's a nice area where I can help people with their confidence. And English is not an only language here in India, it's more than a language. So, a lot of people I feel they are underconfident because they don't know English.
Yeah,
But that is
right.
not the right thing. It's only a language actually. So,
Yes, you are right. They wonder if they are not able to speak English, they are somewhere like degraded in some area, or they are not well off with the society. Even I have experienced this thing.
Yes, it happens.
Okay, so when you started your English journey, so how long do you take to improve yourself?
I started my journey precisely on 29th April 2020, and it took almost 8 or 9 months to speak English, to express myself, whatever was there in my head. And then I started my YouTube channel. I started making conversations with the people that helped me a lot with my confidence, with my expressions, and everything. So it took 8 or 9 months to get that level where I was able to speak to people on camera. But it's life, I think, learning journey, so you cannot say when you are going to be perfect. Till now it's been 4 years, but there are a lot of things which I want to learn. For being a public speaker, always you have to be have that learning nature.
Yes, so how do you learn English? Like in 8 to 9 months, what all things do you follow?
I did most of the time. I spoke to people. From the first day onwards, I started talking to the people. As I already said, I was okay in basic grammar. I was aware of it. I was able to write, but I was not able to speak. So I started speaking to people from the first day. Along with that, I started following teachers like Lucy, Vanessa, or Lingu Marina, or many teachers were there, Bob the Canadian. So I used to watch their lessons. They were helping me to use what vocabulary I should use, what kind of sentence structure I should use. And till now, I have completed more than 18 to 19,000 conversations. So more and more conversations helped me to express myself and become better in English. Apart from this, I used to practice tongue twister. I used to record myself. All those things I did when I was learning this language. I tried everything.
Okay, so what you have done for vocabulary practice? For
I'm
vocab.
not very specific about vocabulary, to be honest, because I want to sound easygoing speaker always, so I can reach out to more and more audience. I do not want to use a lot of advanced words, but practically I learned by listening to the content and then by talking to the people. Because whenever I'm speaking to somebody else, if they are using any word, of course I come to know that word. And in the beginning, I used to search that on Google, but nowadays by I have consumed a lot of content in English, so I'm able to understand what they are trying to say. So I do not try to use them in my conversations, but I try to learn to understand what people are saying.
Okay, that is good to hear. So, like, any fine tip that you want to give that works for all the learners?
Yes, what I say to my students: listen, watch, and speak as much as you can. That is very important. And consistency plays a vital role in your journey. If you're not consistent, after 1 or 2 years, also, you will be lacking confidence. You would not be able to express yourself. So, consistency matters a lot. Give 10 minutes, but try to do it every day. Do not think about weekends or all vacations or the just festival. At least take out 10 minutes from your day and try to do practice. So that is very important, which I continued. So I was like, consistent for 90 to 95%, I would say. I used to do practice whenever I got time, if I was busy also in a long day. So that's how it is. So I recommend my students to do practice, make some friends, so you can talk to them as much as you can. Go for a long conversation. Don't talk only for 5 minutes and 6 minutes, because that only helps you with your introduction. But when you go for a conversation of 30 minutes, 40 minutes, then you are able to use your language. So all these things I say to my students, and try to listen as much as you can. And along with that is speaking with people also. That is very helpful.
Yeah, right. So, I've asked you pretty many questions. Do you have anything from your side? Do you want to ask anything from me?
Exactly. So what about you? As you said, you have an experience of 10 years. So when did you start your spoken English journey, or do you have background in English specifically?
Yeah, I was a convent educated. So like I studied from convent school. So for English, I didn't struggle anytime much. But yes, as we keep on growing, we keep on learning. Even till date, I say I take lessons for some of the other stuff like mental health and the other stuff. Because if you are a learner, it keeps you lively all the time. And about my this YouTube channel, I just started last December. I have been teaching for a long time period, but I was not active on social media. So I just started last December, and it's just like 7, 8 months. I have been running my YouTube channel, and it is going well, and I'm happy and satisfied with it. More about my English journey is all about like I started giving training for IELTS. Uh, then from IELTS it comes up to spoken English, grammar, and creative writing. Lot of stuffs I teach now. Like I tell you, I work on the overall personality because only speaking English doesn't give the satisfaction to the person learning. Nowadays they need the presentation skills, how to present themselves in English. So this is what I work these days. And
Oh, that's
before
great.
Corona, mostly I have international student, and after Corona, I start getting students from India as well.
Okay. So, what is the difference? As you said, you used to train people, but what is the difference being a like social media content creator and being a trainer when you are not onto social media? So, what is the difference when you create content and train people?
Okay. Yeah, see, I tell you, when I started my YouTube channel, it was only for my present students whom I was teaching. So earlier, my subscribers were only my students. And then later, I got some like conversation request. And from there, it started. Now, I also give, like, send the invitation to the other people. And so now I am enjoying this journey, and I really want to grow as my subscribers are increasing, watch time is increasing. So now I feel immense happiness, and I believe sharing knowledge is good. This is always I like from the very beginning, I believe when you share your knowledge, it multiplies. So I love to share my knowledge, and being a social media creator, I tell you, I just feel like so good when I put on my videos, whether it is conversation video or about any topic. I just wonder like I'm teaching to my student, and I make the video in that sense, and then I just post it. And when I see like people, they comment, they like, and it really gives me happiness that yes, they are improving and learning, and it's helping the people out there. So I
Oh,
feel
that's
it
great.
is good. Like both the things, I wonder now after starting my YouTube channel that they are like interlinked, and it would be great if I have started like before, like in Corona time period or so. But then it never come in my mind that I should have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, exactly. It's never too late. Whenever you get in your mind, then you can start. So another question goes to you, as you said before, on being on social media or before being on YouTube, you train people internationally. So how do you get international students? Are you connected to any platform, and what about the networking?
Okay, see, I have my own company where I'm the person who is teaching. My network starts from when I started giving training for IELTS. Like I was, even in my channel, if you get a chance, you can go and visit. I shared how I become an English trainer and how I learned English. This was like the most asked questions from all the people. And so I put over there a long video of 20 minutes. And it is like when I was given appeared for my IELTS, and from there I didn't go abroad though due to some reason, and that's a long story. And but from there only, like the students whom I was in contact and I taught them over at that time period, they used to like refer to me when they have been to Canada, Australia. So they say, "Ma'am, can you teach IELTS?" Because even after reaching, if they want to go for PR, higher studies or job, they need to appear for IELTS. And from there it started, and then I guess start getting like a lot of students from references. Now they can even search me online just by putting my name, like learn English with Pallavi Dhingra or Pallavi Dhingra online classes. So this is how they approach me, and most of them
Okay.
are NRIs, and a few students I even get the native people, those who are just struggling like either with their writing stuff, they're not very good in writing, or if I get students, they can speak very well but they cannot do creative writing, because over there a student even of class 3 could write like 3 to 4 pages, where in India they could even write like 5 6 lines is good enough, or 10 lines. So this is how I worked with them. And also before Corona, I have mostly Chinese student. That one of my friend, she referred to a student, and from there I get so many Chinese student, and I still miss them. Even a lot of Chinese people, they visited my house also, and they are professionals, and they have their own company of headphones. So they are mostly from one company. country. Like one improves, so they refer. So they say Americans, they visit to their company and so they have to speak with them. But when after Corona, government banned that application, so I do not have Chinese students. And even I have been to China. I taught over there for a period of time in a school. So, but then I came back before Corona. So this is how it's going on. Like now, I really want to amplify my journey either in YouTube and also in my career, and I want to teach and educate more and more students so they improve.
Oh, that's great. So do you have your own website or application too?
Yeah, I have my own website, pallavidhingra.com. You can just look into it. And application I take, like it depends on the country, because if I was student from Dubai, so Dubai doesn't even have WhatsApp over there. So as per the country, application is not fixed. That I do either on Zoom, Google Meet, Skype, and in Dubai like Emo, Botium. That depends on the country they are in. Application is never a trouble. So it depends, like the application that they also have, so I do in that.
Okay, that's great. So yeah, thank you for telling and giving all the information. I'm so happy for it.
Yeah, same here, and I'm really glad to hear that you are studying also and doing really wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so it was really nice connecting with you, and if time permits, we'll meet again.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. And bye bye.
Okay,
Take care.